And welcome back to Jack Talk. Have you ever heard of beep ball? Well, I'm here with Dulce Aguirre, the president of beep ball, to talk about this interesting sport. How are you, Dulce?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me, my name is Dulce Aguirre. I'm a senior here at SFA. My major is psychology, and I've been with beep baseball since my freshman year here.
Okay. So, what exactly is beep ball exactly?
Beep ball. Beep ball is a nickname for it. The full name is beep baseball. It is basically almost like baseball or softball, but it's been adapted to make it modified so that those with visual impairments can play with those who have no visual impairments.
And how did you find out about beep baseball?
Well, when I first came here to SFA, I met a lot of blind people. And one of those people that I met was the president of Beep Baseball Club, and he just brought me in and, said I should try it out, and I did, and I loved it.
That's so cool. So, how does it exactly work?
The way it works is everybody's under blindfold except the pitcher and the catcher and what we call the spotters in the outfield. When you're up to bat, you are under blindfold, and the ball is like this big softball kind of thing that beeps, and the pitcher who's on your team and not blindfolded, he underhands it to you, and you hit that ball. It's basically a cadence kind of thing for you to hit it, and once you hit it, it goes into the outfield, and they're under blindfold as well, and they have to find the ball. While they're looking for the ball, you're running towards this base. We have first base and third base, and there are these 4-foot blue foam towers that make this loud buzzing noise, so you can't see it, but you can hear it. And what you do is you run towards one of those bases that turns on, just one of them, and if you get to the base before the outfielders get the ball, then that's a run and you get a point, and if not, then that's an out. So they're really soft, it doesn't hurt at all, and I've basically tackled and ran over them a lot of times.
Wow, it sounds so fun. So what are the bases like? Are they the same as regular baseball, or is it different?
The ball is a little bit bigger than a softball, and it has a beeping mechanism in it. It just goes beep the whole time it's on.
And what about the bases? Are the bases kind of set up how regular baseball is, or is it different?
Kinda. There's one on first base and one on third base. We don't have a second base because that's all in the way in the outfield.
Okay.
And unlike baseball, you don't have to run to more than one base. You don't have to go all the way around. You just want to run, and then that's it. And they're not just on the floor. They have this foot-thick base and then another foot-tall tower that makes the buzzing noise.
That sounds so cool. So, is there different levels to beep baseball? Is there a professional, amateur,
Actually,
or?
Yeah. Yes. We're actually the only college-based team in the whole world. So we bring everybody in, whether you're sighted or you're blind or not, or whether you've ever heard of beep ball or not. We let everybody play because it's an experience everybody should have. But there's also the World Series, the National Beep Baseball Association, who puts on the World Series, which would be the professional side of beep baseball. Every city, like Dallas, Houston, Austin, Tyler, they all have their own city team for beep baseball, and they're really professional. Austin is the second best in the world. The best in the world is Taiwan. They've won the World Series a couple times now, so there is a professional side, and hopefully SFA will be in that professional world one day. They're trying really hard to go next year.
So how long has beep baseball been at SFA?
Since 2009. Kevin Higgins, he founded the Beep Baseball Club here at SFA, and then I came in 2010 and took it over this year.
So is this your first year as president?
Yes, this is my first year as president, and last year I was secretary, and the year before that I think I was secretary again. I don't know. I've been an officer every year except my freshman year.
So how is beep baseball different than traditional baseball that you see on TV?
Hi. And the first thing is the pitcher, he's on your team instead of on this other team. He works with you to help you get a hit instead of throwing you curveballs, fastballs to get you out. And once you hit that ball, unlike baseball where you have to run around and catch it in the air, the people blindfolded in the outfield, they can catch it in the air, and that's an amazing rare thing when they catch it in the air because you're blindfolded and stuff. But usually they just grab it from the ground where you lay out and you block the ball from getting past you. And instead of grabbing it and throwing it around to everybody to get to touch the person who's running, that's just it. You just grab the ball. You don't have to run around anywhere else. And unlike baseball where you have to run to all the bases in a circle, with us you just run to one base and that's it. And another unique thing is in our outfield, because everybody's blindfolded for a safety issue and to help in the defense, there's 2 people called spotters, and they basically tell you to stop, stop the game whenever somebody's about to hit somebody, like right into each other, and they help you find where the ball is. Like each the outfield has zones, and they call out the number of that zone to help you get a better sense of where it is.
And how are the practices? How do you guys practice for this?
The practices, well, they can run differently. We have 2 practices, one on Sundays from 2 to 4 and one on Thursdays from 8 to 10. It's going to change a little bit up next year, but the Thursdays are the competitive ones where we basically split up into drills, we split the whole game into drills. We do like a 3-point touch where like you have to find the ball going to the left, to the right and stuff, and we do lane running and batting practice and base running. But there's also, we do like scrimmages, where we split half the team with half the team and just play a little fun game with each other. So the practice goes differently. We have a lot of different drills to go with it.
So what's your favorite part of beep baseball?
My favorite part is batting. I have an aggressive side, and so if I get to hit something really hard, and then I found out when I first started beep ball that I'm a fast runner, so I'm pretty good.
It just shows you a whole bunch of different stuff about yourself you didn't even know.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenging aspects of the game?
Of the game itself, for most people, it's to get used to being under blindfold and using their ears rather than their eyes, and then trusting the people around you, because you have to use a lot of communication, especially in the outfield, if you want to do a good play. And that sometimes can be a problem because everybody's like, I don't want to say anything, or I don't want to be loud enough. But for me, that was never really a problem.
So if someone was interested in playing, how would they register? Is there a registration fee? How do they find out?
To be an actual member is a $20 semester fee, and you have to fill out a participant packet with a copy of your health insurance, driver's insurance, car insurance, and driver's license. But if you don't drive, then you have to turn those in, just the health insurance. But if you just want to come out and try, we let everybody come to 1 or 2 practices to try it out, so before they actually become a member. So I would just tell somebody to come out to any practice, mostly on Sundays, because that's our more friendly practice where everybody can come out and have fun. So I'd say that.
Okay, that sounds cool. Well, thank you for coming. I learned a lot about beep baseball. For more information about the SFA Beep Baseball, contact SFA Beepball at yahoo.com. When we come back, we have a special guest for you guys, one of the poet, Tyson Davis, a local poet and artist. So do you not want to go anywhere? Stay tuned.